Interesting day today. You've got a guy at the top of the leaderboard who basically was flat on his back not more than 6 months ago. Trevor Immelman, pretty good story so far.
Very good story. I think a day of huge surprises. I mean, to think that Trevor Immelman was in a hospital and having surgery on December 18th, in 7 stroke play events, has not finished better than 40th this year. Shows up at this little golf course here in Augusta, Georgia, and he's put together 2 rounds of 68. I don't think many people would have expected that. Brandt Snedeker 1 shot behind, maybe. I don't think they would have expected him to hit a wedge off the green on number 6, but those things happen. And you go on down the list. I mean, Aaron Oberholzer at 3 under on the leaderboard, and here's a guy who's so hurt that he wouldn't be playing this week, except it's the Masters. He said earlier this week he'd be in a body cast and he'd still play. Has already announced that he's taking the next 2 weeks off, or next 2 months off to heal. And just kind of playing along because it's Augusta, and now we can start thinking about a green jacket. Well, you know, in a way, it's kind of a same old at the Masters, because right when you think you can expect something, you never do. The only thing you can expect is Tiger Woods not breaking 70 in the first round, because he never has, and he didn't. What you really probably didn't expect was a guy to be 7 shots behind going into the weekend, but that's where he is. And for those who were thinking that this might be the start of something grand, they're going to have to hope that it's the start of the second greatest comeback in Masters history.
Yeah, 7 shots off the pace. He has come back from 6 strokes down before to win and won it in 2005. But this situation a little bit different for him?
It's a big difference, and I'll tell you why. In 2005, and we had some funky weather, we might be getting that tomorrow as well. But back then you had Chris DeMarco, you had Thomas Bjorn, and then you had nobody. And then you had Tiger. So yeah, he was 6 shots behind, but he was only chasing 2 guys. Now there's a dozen players behind him. And when I mentioned that comeback, the largest in Masters history is 8 shots, Jackie Burke in 1956. That required a collapse by Ken Venturi, who was playing as an amateur. Tiger doesn't have any amateurs in front of him. I mean, if you look behind Immelman and you look behind Brandt Snedeker, you find a guy who's got more green jackets than Tiger over the last 4 years, and that's Phil Mickelson, who didn't make a bogey at all today and got enough out of his round to shoot a 68, to be at 5 under. He's there with Ian Poulter, who's gaining confidence by the minute. He's there with Steve Flesch, another lefty. You know, who thought there'd be not only 2 lefties, but really 3 lefties ahead of Tiger? Because throw in Mike Weir, who finished off strongly and with a 68, and is sitting there at 3 under. So, you know, those are some good players ahead of Tiger.